What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Today, I want to get into Mike Stoops, but first, shout out to Coach B. He was here early, like 5:30. I look up, there's a $10 super chat there. Folks like Coach B make the Spencer Rattler interview possible. Folks like Casey Beckham, Terry Beckham, make those kinds of things possible. Don King makes those things possible. JSL, everybody who gives to the super chat and gives to the Patreon in particular, make it possible for me to go out and get those kinds of interviews. However, no however. Y'all are awesome. Y'all awesome. So let's see who's in the house first before I get into my fire Mike Stoops. Hey Laurel, thanks for letting me know that I'm late. I appreciate that. I'm behind by a minute. My girlfriend's gonna put me on blast. Appreciate that. Love you, babe. See Coach B in the house, Michael Davis Jr. in the house, Laurel Michelle in the house. Doom Lyrius, what's up, fam? Craig Walker in the house, Warthog in the house. Man, Andrew Southard in the house. That's what's up. If you can't hear me, let me know. I'm working with some new equipment today, so say what's up. Hey, Terry, what's good? Let me see. Bailey, what's good? Trapper, what's good? Daniel Wilson in the house. Let me see. William in the house. Hashtag Fire Mike Stoops. I like it. Brendan Ludlow in the house. Mama! Mama says she's the first to like. I like it. See what I did there? Let me see. Who else we got in here? Ryan Savage in the house. Like that last name. Smitty in the house. Hey! Miles with $2 super chat. Can you kick it? Yes, you can. Who else we got in here? Curtis Schwab in the house. What's up, fam? Shout out to Lincoln Riley's Army on Facebook. Curtis's Facebook group. That's what's up. Jake Small in the house. What's good, fam? Robert Fryer in the house. Fryer, excuse me. I appreciate that, fam. Jake Richards in the house. Derek Ives in the house. Huge on Patreon. Love that dude. Let me see. Ryan, what's good, fam? Mama, I said hey to you. I said hey twice. I didn't skip you. Let me see. Coach B in the house. Let me see. J Word, you dropped the bomb on us about the Mike Stoops. I'm not done yet. I'm not done with the Mike Stoops defensive scheme. I'm pissed. Ooh. Wolf G Zombie, what's good, fam? Beast Mode in the house. Jimmy Akers in the house. Let me see. Who else we got in here? Let me see. Bill Beach, what's good, fam? Bill Beach dropped a $100 super chat last week. I appreciate that, fam. Let me see. Wolf G Zombie wife. What? That's what's up. It's Sean. I'll call you Sean. That's what's up. All right. So, what is Mike doing to our defense? If you follow me on Twitter, you saw that today I put out a series of tweets criticizing Mike Stoops' scheme dating back to 2012. Starting with the West Virginia game, where Tavon Austin was a wide receiver, slot receiver. Dana Holgerson moves him to running back, and he rushes for all the yards on us. You know, he's gashing us. 10 yards a carry, 12 yards a carry. I think he averaged like 17 yards a carry that game. I'm not making that up. Okay, that was hellacious. We won that game somehow, but that was a hellacious display by the defense. And what does Mike Stoops do when he sees the running back torching us, looking like Sonic the Hedgehog back there, looking like Pac-Man possessed going after white pellets back there? What does he do? He moves his nickel safety to middle linebacker in a dime package. And for folks that don't speak football, that means that he had 4 men on line of scrimmage, 1 man in the middle of the field, and 6 DBs to combat a running back. Now, again, for folks who don't speak football, the way that you stop a running game is by loading the box. That means that you put 4 men on the line, sometimes 5, and at least 4 other men behind them to say, no, we're not letting you pass 4 or 5 yards. We're going to stick a body on a body. We're going to go get somebody. All right? That's all he had to do. No, this man, his idea is to remove people from the box and make it 5 men versus 5 men on the line of scrimmage, plus Tavon Austin, who was seriously having his Aristea. I mean, he looked like a Greek god at running back. Y'all remember 2012. Y'all remember this game. But it wasn't just that game. All right, later, Johnny Football had his victory lap on us at Jerry World in Dallas, which is terrible on a number of accounts. First one is, Jerry World's in Dallas. We call Dallas home base. That's recruiting home base for us. That's our backyard. That's how we view it. Okay? It's at the Cotton Bowl. It's national television. It's A&M. It's A&M. The same A&M we dropped 77 on. 77 points. All right? It's that A&M. It's the A&M that spurned us to go to the SEC because they thought they was going to get some better work there. All right? It's that A&M. It's Kevin Sumlin's A&M. And it's the Johnny Football we all know and hate. And what do? Styled on us. Just walked all over us. and walked over Mike Stoops' defense in particular. Oh, man, I'm missing super chats left and right. Wow. I got to go back. Whoa. All right, let me stop. The Miles Montoya with the $25 Find Mike Stoops super chat. Smitty with the $25 super chat. I appreciate that, fam. Bill Beach in here. JSL with the $20 super chat. Man, Bill, y'all are crazy. Like, I'm trying to get through my rant. Industrial Spaz Dispenser on order for Fire Mike Stoops. Warthog, I appreciate the $2 super chat. Man, see, y'all feeling it like I'm feeling it. Everybody in here hot. You know, everybody throwing it up at me right now because they hot about the defense. Let me see how, but let me get through these points before I take questions, all right? Let me get through these points, okay? So, we get beat in the Cotton Bowl, right? Then we get destroyed by Clemson, which you can argue the offense didn't show up for that game, right? That's Baker's first season, all right? And when we look like world beaters against Alabama, running something that sort of kind of resembles what he's running now. But you know what I remember? I remember Eric Stryker was allowed to pass rush. I remember Eric Stryker was allowed to load up and go destroy A.J. McCarron. Eric Stryker worked the best left tackle in college football in that game. That's why we won that game. I'm about to knock over my mess up back here. Look, man. And then the Georgia game, right? But before the Georgia game, we talk Iowa State. We talk about Baylor. Remember when Zach Smith, who transferred to Tulsa, he's so bad, threw for 463 yards, 4 TDs on us? Huh? I remember. You remember when the third-string quarterback at Iowa State, a team we've been running for 30 years, destroyed us, threw for 300 yards, 38, 31? Remember that? I remember that. You remember Georgia, where all Mike had to do was put 4 men on the line of scrimmage, load the box, say, we're going to stop Sony Michel, we're going to stop Nick Chubb, we're going to make Fromm throw the football. No. You put 2 men on the line and then had Obo stand up and said, yeah, that's how we're going to stop the most dynamic running back duo of 2017. That's how we're going to do it. I can't with this dude, all right? I can't. So look, so after all of this, after all of that, right, we're reloading. We got Brendan Buki Radley Hiles coming in, 5-star corner. Deshaun White's coming in, one of the best linebacker recruits I've seen in a long time. Kenneth Murray has a year of playing under his belt. You're getting back Levi Draper. You're getting back John Michael Terry. You're getting back Curtis Bolton. You're moving Caleb Kelly from the Sam to the Will so you can keep him on the line on the defense full time. Right? And then you put Addison Gums at the oboe position. Jalen Redmond, who we all know. Hey, mama, appreciate that haircut. $24.99, I appreciate it. Put Jalen Redmond backing up Addison Gums, right? Kenneth Mann had 5 sacks last season. He's going to be a monster. Marquise Overton's going to be a monster, all right? And what do you, Amani Bledsoe, going to be a monster. And what does Mike do? Or what does Lincoln do? Lincoln brings in Bob Diaco, who runs Mike Stoops' scheme. He runs a 3-4. And when he was at Notre Dame and he had Manti Te'o, all he did was take us apart and take Notre Dame to the national title game against Alabama where they got destroyed, running this 3-4-50 front. Now, this is cool. I'm on board with all of that. 3-4-50 front. What the Steelers run. It's what Ryan Shazier was lighting people up in. It's what James Harrison was lighting people up in. But no, we're not going to be running a 3-4-50 front unless there are 2 wide receivers on the field. All right? How often do we see 2 wide receivers on the field in the Big 12? We don't. We see 3 or 4 or 5. All right? And even when we see 2 wide receivers, a tight end is split out. This ain't the league to run an SEC defense, but even if we did run an SEC defense, even if we run the same sort of 3-4 defense that Alabama runs, I found a quote from Nick Saban in 2012 that said, we run our base defense 20% of the time. They even have a name on the depth chart called star for the nickel safety. That's how big a deal that is. They don't run it anymore. Nobody does. Everybody runs a version of a 4-2-5 or a 3-3-5. Charlie Strong made the 3-3-5 relevant. Gary Patterson has been taking teams apart with the 4-2-5 for years, right? You have to have 5 DBs on the field, and one of those DBs has to be the nickel that can do everything, and it's not as if Mike doesn't know this. This is the position that Julian Wilson played, that Tony Jefferson played, all right? It's the position that Will Johnson played last season. We have to have that guy on the field all the time. So why are we not just going to a 4-2-5? Why does Mike believe that he can run a tweener at defensive end and linebacker in the form of a monster who should just be an edge rusher in an oboe, in a striker, in a gums, And why does he believe that he can keep switching the Sam linebacker, the strong side linebacker, and the nickel out all the time? Because you know what happens when he does that? West Virginia runs a draw, or runs a wildcat, or Georgia runs a draw, or a wildcat, or people run halfback blast. They run ISO right up the middle of us because there's nothing in the middle to stop them. How is it we are the people who know this? And the guy making $900,000 a year to coach one side of football hadn't got it through his skull yet. All right? Look, man, I love OU football. You love OU football. I'm tired of getting drugged. I'm tired of the offense having to outscore people. And you know what? I'm doing a series of videos to tackle this very issue, all right? Started yesterday. I'm going to talk about the nickel position. I'm going to talk about the middle linebacker position. I'm going to talk about the will. I'm going to talk about the strong. Everybody who doesn't know what these are is going to know what these are. You're going to know the difference between a 0 technique, a 3 technique, a 5 technique, and you're going to have these points to use to everybody that keeps trying to tell you that Mike Stoops knows what he's doing. All right? I'm going to break it down. That's what we're doing here because I'm tired of this. I'm tired of having to defend why I say fire Mike Stoops all the time to people who want to tell me that Mike Stoops is the guy to pull this together. It ain't happening. We've been at this for 6 years. 6. We were this close twice to a national title, and we got rolled by the defense. You know, say what you want about the offense in the Georgia game, all right? Say they only put up 38 points. Say that Lincoln shouldn't have squib kick it. Fine. Also tell me that all Mike had to do was hold Georgia to 40 points or less, and we win that football game. We win it. We win it going away. And in college football, it's not out of the question to ask a defensive coordinator to hold a team to 35 or fewer. 35 points, right? That's not out of the question, especially when you have the most dynamic and best college football offense in history. We had the Heisman Trophy winner at quarterback. We had 3 running backs who could bust you for 200 yards and more. We're not going to miss the guy that averaged 9 yards a carry last season. That's how good we are back there. We had the best tight end in college football. We had the best left tackle in college football. And we had burners on the outside. Mike, enough. 4 men, 1 gap, 4-2-5, run it. Put Kenneth Murray, Caleb Kelly in the middle of the field. Put Bookie at the nickel safety. Let your safeties and corners play press coverage. Let's mollywop some people, man. Oh, it's spring football. Get it right. WOOSAH. 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 All right, let me check some questions here, man, cause I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Brandon Watt, appreciate that, man. I missed that super chat. You man. I don't know what YouTube is doing with the 99 cents, by the way, folks. I went and tried to go look at that. They haven't given me an explanation yet. Let me see. Cannonball Airsoft says Mike is mentally ill. I hope not, man. I hope not. Because I need that dude. He's my defensive coordinator this year, whether I want him or not. I need him to fix it. I want him fired. And until he gets fired, I need him to fix it. I need him to fix it. Trapper says, yeah, like I said, I don't know what the deal with the 99 cents is, dog. Like, my mom was actually getting upset about that the other day when she was trying to figure out, how do I put super chat in? You know, if you go down to the bottom, you'll see a little top chat. Down at the bottom, you press it, pop it up, and there's a $sign over there to the right for the super chat, folks. Let me see. Brian Renfro says, why Lincoln brought him back is beyond me. I get we've recruited well defensively the last 2 cycles, but what good is that with Stoops calling the shots? Man, here's the thing, you know, and Terry brings this to my attention every now and again. If Mike Stoops could call a decent playbook, like if his playbook wasn't trash, we would love Mike Stoops. He can recruit. We got linebackers. We got defensive backs. We got linemen that if they're watching what I'm watching, I don't know what they're spitting because Michael Thompson coming down from Missouri. He's one of the best defensive tackles of the class. Bookie's a 5-star corner. Deshaun White is a killer. You know, it's not like the man can't recruit. We're going to get people, you know? But it's like I said earlier today. it's cheaper to just throw a plastic strainer out there. You know, the kind that you put your grapes in, kind of put Laurel's grapes in, where you put the water through to let it drain over the grapes, right, to wash them. It's cheaper just to put one of those out there and call it defense than go get you a 5-star and just waste the talent. Because that's how the defense looks right now. It looks like a strainer, you know? It looks like Nick Chubb said, ooh, I'm finna get mine. Let me see. Andrew Southern says 5,528 yards hung on our defense. Fire Mike Stoops today. We gave up 5,500. We gave up 5,500 yards of offense. My God. Let me see. Ryan says Mike Stoops had 47 chromosomes. All right. Jake Richards says, tell him RJ, appreciate that. Storm and Okie. Norman, what's good, fam? Huge on the Patreon. I appreciate you. Let me see. Crankstar, I see you, fam. Bryce Ward in the house. Doomlaria says, wait, do we not have Rodney Anderson anymore? Nah, he wasn't the dude averaging 9 yards a carry. That's a guy named Abdul Adams. Not gonna miss him. Not gonna miss the dude averaging 9 yards a carry. That's how stacked we are. It's ridiculous. We get Kennedy Brooks and we like, yeah, okay, bye Abdul, it's cool. You only average 9. You only average a first down every time you touch the football. We stacked on that side of the ball. It's crazy. Miles Montoya says, any rumors on the D scheme during spring? Yeah, man, I'm telling you. Like, okay, so here's what happened. I did my first live in-studio radio show for the Sports Animal on Monday. It's spring break for me. I asked Patrick if I could go up there. Patrick said, yeah, man, come on down. I sat in for the whole show, 2 hours from 9 to 11 in the morning with Patrick Masick. Bill Hastings chopped it up about Sooners, about Oklahoma State basketball, as much as you can talk about Oklahoma State basketball because it's been trashed since Eddie Sutton, the Thunder, and even some golf, right? We hit it all up. But in the middle of all that, James Hale calls in, right? A lot of y'all who've been longtime Sooner fans know James Hale runs his own OU site and on his own radio show where he has Lincoln and Mike on from time to time. And one of the things that I asked him about was, okay, who's playing the oboe role? Who's playing the jack? He says, well, Addison Gum seems to be the guy there. Jalen Redmond's going to back him up. I said, okay, who's playing the Sam? Right? And he says, well, that's probably going to be Ryan Jones or Mark Jackson. Ryan Jones, you'll remember, was recruited as a safety, but at 6'2", 230, might have outgrown the position. I say, let him be Cam Chancellor. You know, if it were up to me, it'd be him and Buki fighting it out for that nickel safety spot, and we just drop the Sam altogether because there's no more Sam linebackers in college football. Matter of fact, I might write about that next week for Slow Football. But I said, okay, if Caleb Kelly's moving to the Will and Kenneth Murray's moving to the Mike, are we going to put 4 men on the line of scrimmage? Actually, no. No, we're not. And that oboe role, that hybrid jack, that edge rusher slash linebacker, we're trying to make that more of a linebacker. What? Man, this is what I'm telling you. We're piecing it all together. Now, I know some folks over at some other sites have been like, nah, we're running to a 50 front. A 50 front has 5 men on the line of scrimmage. Do I look like I'd be mad about a 50 front? Hesh no, man. Put a D tackle in linebacker, and say, let the linebackers in the middle eat, the Mike and the Will. I'm all about that life. That's why I was in love with the Bob Diaco as defensive analyst hire, because that's what it signified to me. But that's not what we're doing. What we're doing is just shuffling the kids around to play in the same defense they've been playing in, which is trash, which is garbage, which doesn't work. So, nah, man. There ain't no rumors except new kids playing new positions in the same scheme. Ugh. 4-2-5 is simple. And the other thing about Gary Patterson's 4-2-5, which I love, and I will diagram this too, is you can call different coverages to different sides of the field. You can bracket someone's best receiver and then call straight up cover 2 on the other side. I mean, it's kind of gorgeous. It's beautiful. I'm in love with it. I would adapt it. That'd be my defense. That's what, man, I'm making these RJ for DC shirts today. We doing it. Let me see. What is it? What else we got in here? King Kofi says, what's good from 405 Midwest City. I appreciate you. Let me see. Sooner Ofe Bolding. Okay, Bolding, what's up, fam? If we look at the same defense again this year, do you think Lincoln fires Mike Stoops? If he can't fire him after what he did last year, I don't see it, man. I don't see it. Now, I know I've addressed the rumors about Bob and Lincoln making a deal to keep Mike on. I don't buy it. I really believe that Lincoln believes Mike Stoops is the best defensive coordinator in the country. Because the way that Lincoln has been able to go get other coaches to join this program recently is just blowing me away. So if he wanted to go get Dave Aranda at LSU, or let's say Jeremy Pruitt has a bad season at Tennessee and he wants to go get him, I don't think there's anything to stop him. The man can recruit coaches. We got Shane Beamer, we got Bob Diaco, we got Benny Wiley, and we got 3 coaches in 3 months. All of them are great. All of them are outstanding. All right? And it's not as if Ruffin McNeil hasn't ever coached the defensive coordinator position. And it's not as if Kerry Cook's isn't chomping at the bit to do it. Give those men a shot. But I think he thinks he's got the best defensive coordinator in the country, which boggles the mind. Let me see. Let me see. Hey, Jake, what's up, fam? Jake from the Sooner State. I see you now. That's what's up. Let's see. What else we got? Steve Gordon, you cool, dog. I mean, you in here. I appreciate that. Let me see. Who else did I miss in here? Will we be more aggressive? Does it sound like we can be aggressive if we run in 3 men on line scrimmage and 2 linebackers? Nah, man. Look, I'm all for the kids. I love the kids. I love Caleb Kelly. I loved Ricky DeBerry. I love me some Kenneth Murray. I'm the biggest Kenneth Murray defender out there. All right? But if the man is not in position to make a tackle because of the alignment of his defensive coordinator, I can't fault him. I can't say go be more aggressive if I'm not putting you in a position to make plays. That's my job as a coordinator. My job is to say, hey, man, if you line up right here, you have an opportunity to go make a play. And if Kenneth Murray doesn't get an opportunity to make a play, that's not on him. That's on me. Bill Belichick said, do not blame players for what the scheme does not provide. Amen. All right? At some point, Mike Stoops has to stop saying we got to execute better, and he has to start saying I have to put my players in position to succeed. That's your job. That's your only job. That is your only job. All right? Is to take all 6 foot 2 inches and 240 pounds of Kenneth Murray, line him up and say, go destroy somebody. That's your job. Make the defense simple so the boys can play fast and can play confident. That's defense. Man, I want to coach defense coordinator. Let me see what we got. Who else we got in here? Need to scroll down a bit. Michael Davis Jr. Kiffin is watching this, licking his lips. Man, I'm not. People are worried about Lane Kiffin and FAU, and for good reason. You know, suspended the guy that we thought was going to be their starting quarterback, who was already at OU, Chris Roberson. You might know his name. But that's not the game that really terrifies me. The game that terrifies me is Army. Army is a 10-win football team that runs the flex bone, which is the version of the wishbone, right? And my opinion about running the wishbone or the flex bone, any triple option of any kind, is you only run it with kids who know they have no future in pro football because it's designed for you to execute well and to take care of the things you can take care of. Step, block, flat step and go, right? Execute your pitches. Make sure you read the mesh point, read the end, make the pitch, right? It's for a fullback who's fearless. And the boys in Army, put it this way, not only are they some of the best men in America, they know they're not playing pro football, so they have nothing to lose. There is no tomorrow for them. They're going to go fight wars after this. And they're running an offense that is made for stone cold killers. Nah, man. That's who's licking their chops about this defense. You know, remember what Tulane looked like before we started to stop a mud hole in them? That's how we going to be about Army, man. Except Army's better. And Army's fierce. And the last thing that you want as a football player, somebody who's going to play a game for a living, is to play against men who know they're going to fight in wars for a living. I don't want any part of that game. I'm terrified of that game. Whoa, my goodness, Army. Please take it easy, Army. Let me see. Who else we got? 11 best athletes versus best players at their position. That's Mike Stoops' philosophy in a nutshell, right? I need somebody who can play corner. I don't need the best athlete playing corner. I need somebody who's made it their job to be a great cornerback. That's what I need, you know? That's what I need. I like Gene Chizik. Nah, man, go get Kevin Steele. You know, go get Smart if they have a bad season. Well, nah, he's going to get... They could go winless at Georgia. He still ain't going to get fired after what he did. Let me see. Who else we got in here? 580 football wishbone. Amen. You know, I'm telling you, most gorgeous wishbone I've ever seen in my life down there at Davis. If you get a chance to go watch the Davis Wolves play football, do it. You know, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. There's no dumb penalties. They play for each other. I mean, they don't even have their heads up on the line of scrimmage. They're going strictly on snap count. I mean, it's old school like you read about. Been running the wishbone since like 79. Hey, Riley, what's good? Let me see. Who else we got in here? Craig Walker says, is this like the lightning package Tom Herman was talking about? Not really, because the lightning package only works against the Texas Tech where they don't really run the ball. But you know what Texas Tech did against us? Ran the ball. Ran it well, too. Why? Because there was nothing in the middle of the field to stop them. Heck, man, I can run the ball out there if you're not going to put anybody in the middle of the field. All right, think about it. Just give it some thought for just a second. If I know I have to have 5 offensive linemen on the line of scrimmage, and I know that you put 3 defensive linemen on the line of scrimmage, and then you put the next closest dudes 5 yards behind them, I can run spread and just hand the ball off Quentin Griffith style to the dude standing next to me, and I can go get 5 yards because your linebackers are 5 yards deep. That's got nothing to do with football and everything to do with math. Let me see. What else we got in here? When we lost to Georgia, Mike blamed the players. Yeah. You know, and that's a criticism I had of Bob, too. You know, talking about we got to execute better. No, man. Them boys out there playing their hearts out. Tell me who you see loafing in an OU jersey. I don't see anybody loafing in an OU jersey. That's kind of my point. You know, you can't blame the players. They out there playing their hearts out, man. They're doing what they're asked to do, thinking it's going to win them games. And they're being sold a bill of goods, and I hate it. Let me see. Miles Montoya asks, why does Mike say we won't ever overwhelm anybody on defense? Because he's got a defeatist attitude about playing defense. Look, there's a lot of folks that want to tell me that being the defensive coordinator in college football is the toughest job in America. Tell it to Kirby Smart. Okay? Tell it to Jeremy Pruitt. Okay? Tell it to Kevin Steele. All right? Tell it to Dave Aranda. You know? Tell it to Charlie Strong back when he was strictly a DC. Okay? I don't buy it anymore. All right? Gary Patterson has built Texas Christian back into a monster who wins 10 games a season off of defense. And not just defense, small players at defense. Players that the rest of college football's blue bloods didn't want. All right? He's made it out of speed and out of ingenuity and out of hustle. Right? At Texas Christian. Get out of here with that, man. Defense is about putting men in position to succeed and saying, we will not be stopped. It's strictly hustle and heart. That's all defense is. You got to have some talent to play offense. All right? You got to have some talent. You got to have talent and want to play defense. You got to be a junkyard dog to play defense. Man, I'm about to blow a aneurysm out here. Tell that to Brent. Man, okay, look. Venables was being pushed out of his job. All right? Bob wanted to do his brother solid, hire his brother back, told Venables to take a demotion. Venables said, hesh, nah, I'll go out to Clemson. And all he did was win a national championship. Think Bookie will start this year. Yeah, man, I'm sure of it. He's going to be the starting nickel safety. Everybody's got Bookie fever right now. And really, when you look at the depth chart, who's gonna take it from him? You know, Robert Barnes, I think maybe. But Robert Barnes, he could play 2 high. He could play the 1 high. You know, you can move him anywhere you want. Buki has that position locked up because he's got the hustle and he's got the skills to be a cover corner. Now, you can blow him up and make him into a tackler because the kid doesn't shy away from contact, you know, but he thinks of himself as a ball hawk first. So, if anything with Buki, you're going to have to see if he wants to come to the line of scrimmage, come downhill, and make a tackle. That's about it. That's my only hesitation with Buki. I already like him. I think he's it. Man, I'm over here having a WOOSAH like all hell. That bank people calling during the live show. Let me see. Only if Mike was watching this. Man, Mike don't care. Mike don't care. Mike is at home counting his money, dog. Let me see. Who else we got in here? Doom Lyrics is Parnell Motley still here. Yeah, he's still here. He's going to be the number 1. I think it's going to be between him, Jordan Parker, or Trey Norwood out there. Trey Brown's going to have to show something. He's going to have to show something big this season. Let me see. Is Bob telling Lincoln to keep Mike? Sure he is. It's his brother. He rehired him back. But, I mean, to be real, if it was my brother, I'd say the same thing. You know? I mean, that's family. I don't fault him for that. It's Lincoln's job. You put on the big boy pants now, fam. Go make a big boy decision. Go get yourself a new DC. Let me see. I can't cool down. Kofi, man, you've been here long enough. You know that I get hot when we talk about Mike Stoops. Manatee Power is going to have the last question tonight because I'm trying to get everybody out of here at 6:30 so they can go back to, you know, making dinner, having dinner, doing what they need to do. Because I don't take it for granted anybody watches the live shows. I just don't. And when people donate to the live show, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm giving something of value that they want and that they need. But I never take it for granted. So I always want to take care of people's time. So Manatee asks, as much as I loathe Mike Stoops, Brent Venables had very similar problems in terms of atrocious linebacker play and big chunks of yardage. Why does V get a pass? V gets a pass, one, because he was pushed out of a job, right? He was pushed out of a job. That's number 1. Number 2 is because he went to Clemson and he showed that his defense works. Okay? He showed that he can recruit, and he showed his defense works. And for a very long time, he was the highest paid defensive coordinator in college football after he left Oklahoma. Okay, immediately after he left Oklahoma, he became the highest paid defensive coordinator in college football. In turn, Clemson into a perennial 9-10 win team, into a world beater. Okay, by recruiting big, fast men, playing 4 men on the line of scrimmage, and putting out linebackers to play. You remember Vic Beasley tearing us a new butthole? I remember it. So that's why Venables gets a pass. All right, Venables works. Okay, his defense, and people forget, what did he do in 2003 except destroy people? You know? And Venables has proven that he can keep up with the times, and he's proven that the way that he wants to coach defense works. If Mike Stoops could show me that his 3-2-6 works, I wouldn't be yelling about it. But since we got destroyed in 3 games last year, 2 of which we shouldn't have been, and 2 of which were losses, the 3 games would be Baylor, Iowa State, and the Rose Bowl, then that's why we're here. All right? Until he can show me that this works, and it doesn't because the math sucks, we're not even going to have that conversation about why Venables gets a pass anymore. All right, if you're in the chat, holler out. I'll holler you out, and then we're going to send everybody home, hopefully thinking hard about why Lincoln Riley continues to employ Mike Stoops as this defensive coordinator when spring game comes around in a couple weeks here. I appreciate you, Jake. Let me see. Oh, Bryce, I appreciate that, fam. He says the live shows make his week. James Brown says, fire Mike Stoops' defense is trash. You right. Let me see. Why is everyone talking about Texas like they back or something? Texas wants everybody to believe they back, you know? Miles Montoya says, peace. I appreciate that, fam. Let me see who else is in here. Hey, Laurel. I get the kiss. See that? I got the kiss. It's right there. Now, WOOSAH. Get back over here, and I'll help you relax. Hey, that's what's up. Michael Davis Jr. says, see ya. Mandy T Power, have a good evening, RJ. Appreciate that, fam. Thanks for dropping through. Let me see. Who else in here? Hey, Steve Gordon. Keep fighting, fam. I appreciate you. Norman! Appreciate you. Brendan Ludlow. Appreciate you. Cannonball Airsoft. That's what's up. Andrew Southard. 100, fam. Richard B. I appreciate you. I know JSL was in here. Mama was in here. Brandon Watt. I appreciate that super chat, fam. Jay Small. I'll see you later. Brian Renfo. Boomer. Have a good one, man. Always love this live show. I appreciate that, fam. Bill Beach was in here. I know because he hit me with the super chat again. Coach B was in here. Hit me with the super chat first. Let me see. Craig Walker. Man, he making the live shows. You know, he stalks the comments. That man's awesome. Lauren, I appreciate that. What's good? Not Mike Stoops' defense. Lauren, watch tomorrow. I got an explanation for Michael for the middle linebacker position. I hope you like putting out some more football 1-on-1 videos. So continue to hit me up with what you want to see. Doomlarious, I appreciate that, fam. Let me see. Ryan Savage. Thanks, fam. I appreciate it. Princess Leia. Hey, you're back. That's what's up. Just got out of jail for drunk and disorderly conduct. Whoa. Jake Richards, appreciate you, fam. Derek Ives, appreciate you, fam. Let me see who else we got in here. Daniel Wilson, I appreciate you. I mean, Smitty, appreciate the super chat, fam. Smitherman, that's what's up. Smitherman. Bill Beach, appreciate you, fam. Choctaw 468, I appreciate that, fam. Steven Gord says, chemo was rough today. Love this stream. Man, we do it for you, fam. Keep fighting, dog. Let me see who else we got in here. Daniel Wilson, I appreciate that, fam. We will be better offensively, in your opinion. All right, that's it for me. If you like the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel because I upload a video every single day. We live stream on Wednesdays. It's always OU related, college football related, sports related. As you can see, we have a good time. I get loud. I yell WOOSAH. That's the name of the podcast. Go download it. Listen to it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Deuces.